Oh, that's just beautiful. That is just beautiful. I chose purple because I've had so many orange helicopters. Hi guys, we got something new today. We're gonna be doing an unboxing of one of the most anticipated helis of 2026, RS7 Ultra. Let's get into it. Nice packaging. I had to pop it. Kids wanted to see the canopy, nothing I could do about that. Box feels really solid. We got some safety information here. Yeah. Let's get in there. Got some foam protection. Manual. Let's see what the manual looks like. Feels really good. Nice, thick, high quality paper. Glossy. It's a nice colored manual. Oh, that's interesting. We have directions as to which box and what page you should be working on. Similar to some other companies. That's really cool. Better direction. That's what we all want. Very nice, very nice. It looks good. Everything is nice and crisp, clean. And it's not too jumbled on one page. It's broken down into individual sections. We got one page dedicated directly to the motor setup. You can't really mess this up. That's nice. Awesome. Okay. Alright, let's see. I'm guessing this is the canopy right here. Let's take a look. We're gonna do it box by box. Oh, that's just beautiful. That is just beautiful. I chose purple because I've had so many orange helicopters throughout my career. I wanted something different, and I think this is it. This is stunning. Look at that ridge line. That is just gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful. Very solid. There's no flex. There's hardly any flex there. It's a very rigid canopy. Everything is nice and clean. The design. Now, the design is what struck me when I first saw this helicopter in Florida. It's like we've moved away from the angular designs of the past. It's very clean, very flowing, very simple, simplistic, but it gets the job done. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. They've really stepped it up. You can't even feel the edges of this paint scheme. I'm not sure how they did it. We were all trying to figure that out, but yeah, the quality it's next level. It's next level. The rear ends come together perfectly. It's nice and tight, so your swash plate is completely covered. Yeah, and as far as the the shape right here. I know a lot of guys have opinions on it. I personally don't have an issue. Some people are cutting it out to get rid of what they perceive as a goose head or whatever, but yeah, I like it. It's more surface area, easier to see. But that peak, I mean, can you see that? Like, that ridge is incredible, and it adds a lot of rigidity. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, let's see what else we got. We have some hardware that comes in the box with a canopy. This is your mountain posts and your grommets. Very nice. I know the front of the canopy hooks in, so you mount a hook on the inside of the canopy, and it slips into the posts. So that's all provided right here in the canopy box. So, and again, it's labeled. So Goosky Ultra RS7, page 28, bag 1. Very nice, very simple, very easy to figure out what's going on. I'm gonna start building this today. Let's see what else we got. This is box number 3. Let's see what's in box 3. So box 3, we have our zip ties, battery straps, battery holder, don't lose that. Our front tail pulley, tail belt, and our tail pulley. This is it all labeled. Yep. Bag of box 3, page 17. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, this is next level. Goosky really stepped it up. We got the tail fin, beautiful purple. Page 18, bag 1. I mean, how could you mess this up? Some tail parts, skids. These are supposed to be the new compound ultra strong skids. We're gonna test that out. Antenna mount. That's really nice that comes in the kit. And it's also actually 90 degrees. Okay, there's a lot of similar products like this out that's causing issues, signal issues, and that's because it's not actually 90 degrees. But this one, if we were to check it, for example, see that? That's actually 90 degrees. So do yourself a favor. If you're running a similar product to this, your antennas have to be at 90 degrees or your signal is not going to be what you should be getting. Okay? So just put it on a square edge and check it. If it's not fitting like that, use something else. We have too many helicopters falling out of the sky, and that's part of the reason. Alright, servo mounts, beautiful, beautiful, labeled also, page 13, bag 1. Main grip bolts and tail grip bolts, plus washers, very nice. And our tail case, lovely. Alright, let's get all that back in there, and we're gonna check out another box. I can't mess this up because now I'm gonna be searching for stuff, and that's part of the build that no one likes, right? We don't want to go searching for parts. We want to just follow the manual and follow the directions. So that's box number 3. Box number 4. It's nice and sealed. Let's see what's in here. Oh, main gear. Bag of box 4 for page 7. And each individual baggie is labeled also. We got our one-way, our main gear. Let's take a look at that big beefy main gear. I don't want to open too much of this up because, like I said, I want to be able to follow the manual and just make it an enjoyable experience. That is, oh yeah, look at that. I think it's 18 mm. I should probably get my caliper and measure that. What is it stuck? Huh. Caliper isn't cooperating. I'm gonna have to investigate why that's happening. Anyhow, yeah, I believe it's 18 mm. Let's close that back up. Put that back in there. Now as I build this, I'm gonna do little short videos when I see something cool or interesting. I know there's a lot of other videos out there on builds and unboxings, but I'm gonna put my own spin on it, and you know, if I see something cool, I'll make a video, snap some pictures, and share it with you guys. Yep, servo and supporting rails, pinion, and your motor mount, main shaft, wash plate, head block. Oh, this is all done so well. Presentation. We have another one here. Tailboom supports. Because this is all the tail pieces and our ESC mount. And what do we got here? Main grip arms, servo links. Yeah, all the head pieces. And again, it's labeled, so you can't mess it up. Anti-rotation bracket and some more frame supports. Let's get that all back in here. And I believe we have one final box. So if we're counting so far, we have 3 boxes, including the canopy and 2 boxes. So it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Let's open this guy up and see what we got in here. This is labeled RS7 Ultra Box 1. So is this where we start? Let's see. Okay, this way. Oops. Oh yeah, what do we have in here? Of course, the absolutely gorgeous Tailboom. And just in case you don't know where to put this, follow the directions on page 18 of bag 2. Let's pop this guy out and take a look. What is that? Is something inside of that boom? Huh. It's reinforced. Can you see that? Let's see if we can get it to focus. It's reinforced. That is awesome. I really like that. So as you clamp down, you're not just going to crush the boom and deform it. You're going to get a nice solid clamp without deforming the boom. That's nice. I really like that. You know, it's the entire theme of this heli. Everything has been taken to another level. And I really appreciate that. You know, we've been, you know, over the years, we expect things to evolve and improve. And this is unexpected, but also a welcome change. We don't have any reinforcements in the back end. I guess that's for weight saving. But, you know, they do have the braces that go over it. So that adds the strength. But the paint job, this is remarkable. I mean, who thought of this? It's not a sticker. It's on there. We're still trying to figure out how they did this. Like, there's splatters just randomly. Like, how do you make something like this consistent? I don't know. I'm not a painter. I'm not an art guy, but maybe if you guys know, maybe hydro dipping. But who, they're gonna hydro dip thousands of booms? I don't know. And if they are, then that's real dedication and we appreciate it. But this is just beautiful. And this is the black boom. I'm looking forward to the colored booms with this splatter plus the entire paint scheme matching your canopy. This is like remarkable though. All right, let's see what else we got. I'm gonna put that back in its wrapper for safekeeping. Oop, for safekeeping. Let's see what else we got. We got our tail rod and our tail ends, and it's no longer red. That's nice. I know some guys were a little fibbed that the main grip arms were still red. But yeah, at least they're working on some of that red. And we have the main frame. Very nice, very nice. Let's take a look. I've heard that all the edges are already beveled, so you don't have any sharp corners. Let's see, and yeah, it really is. You know, that's one part of the build that I do, but I don't enjoy it. I really don't. And then sometimes your Dremel, like I like to use a Dremel because, like I said, I don't enjoy doing it by hand with a file. And your Dremel will slide or slip sometimes and you'll scratch the carbon and it's just not as pretty. But once it's done from the factory, I mean, this is remarkable stuff. This is just absolutely great. Let's move that so we could get it against the white. Yeah, beautiful. Well done, Goose Guy. What else do we have in here? We have our skid pipes in white, very nice. And the bottom frame, again with the paint. I mean, this is phenomenal work, phenomenal. This is what we want in our helis. You know, I was very excited when I first saw this model, but it's the little things that take it over the top, bring it to a next level. You know, this is not a sticker also, it's just on there. The original RS7, they had the little RS engraved next to the motor, but this just takes it to another level. You know, and you can't scratch it off or anything. Just the more color the better, right? We all want visibility, and this does it. Again, the edges are already shaved and are filed. Very nice. I really look forward to building this. And that's it. That's it. Oh, no, we have one more thing. Our battery tray and our battery guides in silver for some reason. All right, guys. Once I get the build started, we'll get some more content coming out for you. Enjoy. Take care. See you guys all in the field.